my name is Alyssa and welcome back to the 5 Foot Test Kitchen. If you are new here, I post about 2 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. A little bit of lifestyle and mostly baking. And today I will be making pecan pie cookies from the Land O'Lakes website. So if this sounds super interesting to you or anything else that I mentioned, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps build my channel up. I also have an Instagram that you can stop by as well. So let's get baking. So for this recipe, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word recipe. I wanted to say website. There's not too many ingredients. All you will need for the cookie portion of it is 1 cup firmly packed brown sugar, butter softened, a large egg, vanilla, all-purpose flour, and baking powder. And for the filling section of it, all you will need is pecans, heavy whipping cream and vanilla, and more brown sugar. So not too many ingredients. So if you're curious as to why I am doing this recipe, my grandpa is actually turning 90. He turned 90 last week while I was out, so I will be home visiting him. And my dad texted me saying he thought he would really like this recipe. He likes pecan baked goods a lot. And I think my dad also wanted this because his birthday was also last week. So I think he may also want to try these pecan pie cookies. Additionally, I thought it was perfect because Pie Day is March 14th, so I think this will be going up before then. I'm not sure which day I'm going to be posting this, but it will be Pie Day soon, and I don't think I'm going to get around to be making an actual pie. It's just a little too busy, so I had to prioritize what I was going to be making. So you can make these if you personally don't want to make pie. If you like cookies more, then you can make these pecan pie cookies yourself. So to start off, all you will need to do is heat the oven to 350 degrees. Then we will start making the cookies. So these are a little bit like thumbprint cookies in the sense that you have the cookie and then the filling. I have to make thumbprints with my grandma at some point in my life. She makes really good thumbprint cookies, but I haven't done that yet. But I think this is probably actually really similar to that recipe if you've made thumbprint cookies before. So to start with the making of the cookies, we are going to put the butter in, or you're going to put all of the cookie ingredients minus the flour and the baking powder in the mixer. So basically you're just going to be adding the butter, the egg, the vanilla, and the sugar. And we only need 3/4 of a cup of butter. So let me cut this stick in half real quick. So even though we are not making pie, what are your guys' favorite pies out there? I used to not really like pie that much. Until maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I started really enjoying pie. My favorites are chocolate peanut butter and chess pie. So those are definitely my 2 favorites. If you haven't had chess pie, I'm definitely gonna make that on here at some point. I absolutely love making it with my grandma for Thanksgiving. We make it every year, and I think it would be really fun to make it with her next Thanksgiving as on the channel. So stick around for that. And then what else do you guys like? Do you like fruit pies more, or do you like the more chocolatey stuff better? Let me know. So we're gonna get this all in the mixer, and then it says to beat on medium speed until it's creamy. So let's get that started. Alright, so it's nice and creamy. Hopefully you can see that. Just make sure everything's beat together, and the eggs and the butter and the sugar are nice and creamed together. So also make sure that you have your butter softened plenty for this. I'm not sure if I quite got mine soft enough for it, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll turn out. We'll find out what happens if it doesn't. So it'll just go a lot more smoothly if you do have that soft enough. So now we are going to add in the sugar and the baking powder and beat on low until it's well mixed. All right, so as you can see, it's starting to become more dough-like, so that's actually perfect. That way we're going to be able to roll these into balls, so that is going to be our next step. So we are going to roll these into 1/4 inch balls and place 2 inches apart onto an ungreased sheet. Then we are going to add a dent in the middle of the cookie so that we can have a spot for the filling. And then we're gonna pop them in the fridge. It doesn't say you have to, but while we're making the dough, making the filling, we might as well pop those in the fridge. So let's get this all scraped off and ready to go, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like. All right. So this is what the dough is looking like. So it looks like a cookie dough for the most part. So let's get this rolled out and put on the cookie sheets. We are going to use the ice cream scoop as usual. It's just so handy. And we will scoop these cookies out. So let's get started. So I'd say this is about 1 1/4 inch. So we're just gonna set it on the tray and then use your thumb to make an indent. So like that. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm guessing they're supposed to be a little bit bigger of cookies since they're like pecan pie cookies. So you can't fit a ton on the tray. So that's okay though. We've got 2. So I'm gonna finish this up and then we will get started with the filling. All right, so our cookies are all done, and so now we are going to just combine all of the filling ingredients and then add it into the cookies. I guess my brown sugar had been sitting out a little too long because I had pre-measured and then I got into the middle of some other things. So, but it's okay, just mix it all up. So let's just add all of these and stir it all up. So the filling should look like this, I think. So let's get these into the cookies so we can get them into the oven. So I'm just gonna use a little teaspoon and then just drop that in. So this is how they should look. They kind of look like stuffed mushroom caps, don't they? So I'm not sure if this is how much filling you're supposed to put, but I like a lot of filling for basically everything. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna stick these in the oven at the 350 degrees for 8 to 12 minutes until they are lightly browned. And then you will cool on 1 minute on the cookie sheet for 1 minute, and then you will move on to the cooling racks. So excuse me, once these are out of the oven and ready to taste, I will come back. So stick around to see what they taste like. All right, so as you can see, the cookies are out of the oven and I think they turned out super cute. Like they're really just look like little pecan pies. So that's super adorable. As you can see, this is also my cookie. It's already about half eaten. It was a little bit soft going onto the trays, or the cooling racks. So actually one of them started falling through the rack, and that was this one, and so I ate half of it because it was already destroyed, so I figured might as well. And if you saw my Instagram 5 Foot Test Kitchen on the stories, I had some extra filling and I put it in my oatmeal and it was delicious. So I already know that these are going to be super tasty and my grandpa and dad are really going to like it. So let's try these out just for camera. So I knew they were going to be delicious. The filling is delicious. The cookie is delicious. I think you're really going to like it. It is a great alternative for pecan pie as well. If you don't feel like going through that hassle, pies are a little bit more challenging than cookies. So if you need a recipe for pie day, don't forget to do that. And if you do make them, don't forget to leave a comment down below and show me any pictures that you make or tag me on Instagram. As always, all of the information will be down in the description box. And if you haven't already and you like this sort of video or want to see some more of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, don't forget to have a nice night, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.